Ooh,
Oh, what happened there?
you don't have us on the main screen. There we are.
There we are. Hey,
Hey, what are you
guys.
doing?
Welcome to the broadcast. It's been a little bit.
So bad, I don't even know where I'm supposed to sit. Hey, what's going on? It's Sketchy Live Monday. How are you doing? Hopefully, we'll have some new people on, by the way.
Yeah, we
Because
met
we
so
have
many people.
had some contacts made.
Yes.
And some new people have heard about Sketchy Live. So hopefully we'll see those new bright and shiny faces. But welcome to you who always show up. Our ride or dies, the Jalopy Army. Welcome to Sketchy Live.
Yes.
It's been a little while.
Very exciting because Johnny has been out of state for the last couple weeks.
I've been a traveling man.
Yeah. He was in Tulsa, he
Yeah.
was in Detroit, and now we're home. But we even did a local
So much
show
stuff.
over the weekend.
Yeah,
so
much stuff happened.
Yeah. So we're going to get right into it. I don't really have anyone to announce yet. Well, we have Jim Pollen on. Hello, everyone from Hobo's Hot
They're
Rod
hopping on
Garage,
quickly.
Horseheads, New York.
Let's give them a minute to come in.
Yeah, and I'm going to change glasses because I can't see.
Do something, Blindy.
I can't see. I had on the wrong glasses. These are my blue light blockers.
Oh, it's Elvis Presley.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
There we are. That's better. Okay.
Hey, let me ask you a question. Those are huge.
My Harry Carey glasses.
Yeah, they are.
So Jim Pollen, hello everyone from the Hobo's Hot Rod Garage,
What's
Horseheads,
going
New York.
on?
Custom bead rolling. We've got Paul Marziani joining us.
What's up? Hey,
Mike
hey,
Hicks
hey.
joining us.
Surf's up.
Hicks, we got stories.
Hicks.
Hicks. Hot Rod Sam. Hey guys,
What's
how's
up,
two of my
Sam?
favorite peeps in the world? Glad to see you guys back safely.
Oh my goodness.
Paul wants to know how we're doing. Let's get into it.
Well, it was a heck of a journey getting to these last two shows. And we're so sorry we didn't come back immediately on Monday, which would have made the most sense.
I know.
But holy cow, we were tired. Hello, Diane. Kinnery and the Kinneries. So yeah, because holy cow, that last week before I rolled out to Tulsa, there was so much. Let's just say I was going and had no idea how the hell I was getting home.
Or to the next destination.
Not by anybody's fault or any just circumstances of things happened.
Chain of events.
That way. But I was like, you know what? We just decided, just go and see what happens. What's the worst that'll happen? I have to
hitchhike,
buy a flight and fly home or something because we couldn't make this happen or whatever. But it didn't. Amazing people did amazing things.
Yeah.
Mike Hicks is one of the people that from jump, as soon as I said I had these little bit of, he was like, dude, I'm on it. And he was like trying to coordinate rides to and from and there and over here and come this. And then eventually just goes, hey man, come stay with me. We'll figure it out. So God bless Mike Hicks. I don't know what I'd do without your brother. And it was so awesome to spend time.
A lot of time, like 24/7 for 2 weeks.
Lordy Lord. I feel I'm Johnny Jalopy Hicks now.
I love it.
I don't know if the family would say that, but yeah. So just when you see me, it's Jalopy Hicks. Anyway, no, just kidding.
That's so funny.
So yeah, we rolled it into Tulsa and it was amazing. Holy cow.
First time at the show.
Yeah, almost died flying into Missouri. Huge, seriously, like the plane felt like it was going down 900 times. And then as we flew from Missouri to Oklahoma, I don't know. And then when we got to there, people were like, holy cow, that was the worst flight I've ever had. And it was, little plane, big bumps, not fun. But I was like, okay, I made it. I'm here. And, quick little phone call, boom. The gang pulls up and it's Hicks and Ronnie and Richie, Bobby, Ricky, and Mike. And they pick me up and they throw my stuff in the back of the truck and we roll. We're rolling into the arena area to get to the show. And then the airport was super close by.
Yeah, you texted me, it landed, and then the next picture I get, like 2 minutes afterwards, you're like
was that close.
In front of the event center, and I'm like, what?
And meanwhile, we're driving on Route 66 at some point, cross it, So I didn't never even realize that was
part of it.
I don't know what I was thinking, but it was Tulsa, Oklahoma, the Starboard show. If you've never made it to that show, I'm going to tell you, you gotta get to that show.
Yeah, I gotta go.
So much stuff happened at that show. And it's just the venue itself is a marvel in engineering, in structure building, and just this vibe of old schoolness that just you can't beat it. So I'm so glad we made that of it. We got to go to that show.
You say we, just you.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
You're just gonna sit there and you're gonna talk or interject or ask questions.
Yeah,
because I really didn't share much with you.
You haven't,
because I've been trying to save it for this to see, because you're usually the inquisitive that would help me remember and how to talk about it.
So I know one of the highlights for you was being involved with this group that was chopping the cars. So maybe talk about
like
that
a week before or a couple days before, we're heading out there. I see this guy, Wired Customs, who does fabrication chops live. Wow, am I going to totally brain fart on names now too? That's really shitty. Why am I brain farting? Hold on. Yeah, Wired Customs.
We're going to look it up.
No, just keep talking. Don't leave dead air.
Okay, so you got to do this chop. You had decided before you went that you were going to bring merch with you, only because I couldn't bring all of it with me. So you brought some with you, and you brought most of the artwork. I brought most of the apparel stuff with me. So at the show that you were at, I think you did at one point have a table out. You put some stuff out, but you were mostly drawing. You got to hang out with Ben, Drag Daddy, and do some stuff with him. Well, not necessarily with him, like collaboration pieces, but he made some space at his table for you, and you were able to draw some stuff with him. So I know that was a fun time for you. Every night that I talked with you, you were talking about how people were recognizing you from the show. So I think you had a good following of people there. There were probably some people from the broadcast that knew you were going to be there and showed up. Did you have anybody check in from Sketchy Live?
A bunch of people. Zach Parks. Zach, I'm so sorry if you're watching. He even said, he just messaged me, hey, what time was the thing? I don't want to miss it. So Zach from Wired Customs gave me a little poster.
Nice.
Just to remind.
It's on canvas?
No, yeah.
It's like a little flag almost.
Well, it also has a Trulers on it. And we'll talk about that. It's pretty cool too. Anyways, so we get there and Zach had said that, he had posted that he was going to be there chopping a car live. Now, I've never met him, and I don't even think I've ever messaged him or anything like that. Maybe he liked some of the stuff he's done and things like that, but there hasn't been like this back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
But I messaged him like, hey man, I'm going to be there. Looking forward to meeting you. And he's like, bring gloves, dude. You can help with the chop. And I'm like,
gloves.
And I was like, yeah, I'm going to go help with the chop. I'm going to go help.
Look at you, fabricator.
I'm not stuck. I'm not stuck in a spot. I don't have to sit at a booth. I don't have to be anywhere. I could go do whatever I want. So I am going to. So immediately when I got there, I went over there, and the gang was kind of, as they were starting to prep how they were going to do the chop, start doing measurements and stuff like that. And I introduced myself to Zach, and immediately, we started talking. And it was like, he's like, oh, sweet. And then within, 30 minutes, I'm cutting on the car already.
Now, did he know that your background in fabrication was very limited?
I don't think so.
They're just handing him tools.
Again, I'm assuming he knew me from Full Custom Garage. I think that's what he said.
Okay.
So
probably saw you do some stuff on there and just assumed.
I'm sure everybody, just like everybody else, gives me, that show has given me nothing but street credit of sometimes probably maybe not due. But I also was like, yeah, I've done my car and, and that kind of stuff. And maybe he's seen it in things. So he didn't seem unconfident and, threw a cutter at me. We start cutting stuff and yeah, so there was a bunch of other people that were there that I got to meet. And I can't remember their names right now. I'm horrible with names. Which is not, you shouldn't be podcasting if you can't remember names.
Well, you had met so many people. How are you supposed to remember everybody?
And it was a whirlwind. Like I said, so as soon as we got there, man, it was already like boom. Because I went and laid my backpack down, and I'm like, we went and got our badges and stuff. And again, thank you to the Starbirds and especially Everett for hooking me up. because I'd done the t-shirts for them the last 2 years,
Mhm.
and they had invited me before, and I totally forgot they had kind of invited me. But anyways, they had heard that I was coming, and they were like, "Make sure you find me, and I got you for the weekend." So they got me passes for
That
the
was
weekend.
also Shaggy and Bob talking to them about
Of
you
course,
as well.
Bob talked
Bob
to them
Frizz.
and reminded them that I was coming and stuff like that.
Mhm.
So, because yeah, we did. I don't think we announced that we were going there to those people.
Right.
I didn't do that. I didn't reach out to say, "Hey, can you get me in?"
Mhm.
I was just like, going to be there, and Bob let him know I was going to coming. Anyways, so we're going to get our badges and stuff like that, and that was, I mean, we weren't there a couple minutes, and already there was like 3 or 4 people recognized me from the show, and
That's cool.
which is crazy because sometimes I forget I don't look the same as I look when I was on the show. My beard was much shorter,
Yep.
and I was doing the whole Amish no mustache kind of thing, and the Abe Lincoln, and it
It's
just
the hat and glasses. No one's looking at the rest of your
that's
face.
just it. That's really what it comes down to. I look like a cartoon character, and people were cool to see it. So
Mhm.
yeah, it was an awesome show, and so we got to chop on a car, hang out, like you said, got to hang out with Ben Drag Daddy. He was so kind. I would just pop him and go, "Hey man, you cool if I draw a little bit?" And he's like, "Yeah." And he'd move his stuff around, and then we just sat there and drew together, and talked about art. And then I'd go hang out with the guys at the booth, and then I'd move over here, and then I'd run over there.
And when
I'd
you
go
say
over
the
here.
guys at the booth, it was
Little
Little
Daddy
Daddy,
Roth, Mike Hicks, Ronnie, and Richie. Bobby and Mike.
Who's Bobby and Mike?
From it's that a boy band.
Oh, there was no Bobby and Mike.
Robbie, Bobby Brown, Richie, Bobby, Mike.
Oh.
Yeah. Anyway, Boys to Men, I think is what it was.
I don't know.
So
Anyway.
yeah, it was just running. It was running around, and that show has got stuff going on. Full bore the whole time.
Did you enjoy not being behind a booth?
Yeah, I really liked I liked the freelanceness to just be able to run when I wanted to run and go look around and do what I wanted to do.
And do you not feel like you can do that at Autorama?
I feel obligated to stay.
Why?
Because it's my booth.
Even though I'm there?
Yeah. It's where people would be if, saying that we're there, they're going to come looking for me there.
Yeah.
Which I was just going to be around. So I didn't tell anybody specifically I was going to be somewhere. I just said, hey, I'm going to be around. I might be at Drag Daddy's booth. I might be at Little Daddy Roth's booth, that kind of stuff.
And I know you tried to video, and that became a problem.
So yeah, I had every intention of going and bringing back tons of content of this show. But good old social media doesn't let you film because there's music playing the whole time.
All the time. And
it's loud and it's live. And if there's not live music, there's a DJ playing music. And there's not a DJ playing music, you can't hear yourself think because there's motorcycles running and monster trucks. And I mean, it's never quiet.
Yeah.
In fact, we walked out of Tulsa and Mike Hicks lost his voice and I could barely have mine. But it's
still
just
barely out.
But it's such an amazing show. It's hard to describe, but I will tell you, it is one of those ones you definitely want to go to because not only is the show amazing, but then you go to the host hotel and the party at night.
Well, for those of you lucky enough to get a room,
yeah, and I was, and thank you, Hicks hooked me up. And we had such a good time just hanging out with everybody that was at the show too. So not only did you get to hang out with people there, then you'd meet people outside of it. And it's such a cool experience, which is not to take away from Autorama. Autorama doesn't have that.
Right.
This does. Well, maybe it does.
It probably does. We just weren't staying at that hotel.
I don't think we're in that circle at Autorama. And then really I wasn't in that circle here, but
somehow you were.
We jumped in. Hicks just said, let's go. It's all Hicks' fault.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know you just every night I talk to you, you were just so excited and you're like, wow, this happened and wow, this happened. And
yeah, I mean, I got to talk to a bunch of new people that I had never met before, but recognized you from the show. And it was so fantastic. But what was a funny experience is there was a situation that happened to where a booth was set up, big giant 12 by 12 section, right? So there's tables galore. And the second morning, something happened with those people with their booth and they had to leave. So there's just these random tables there. So then that's when I was like, Saturday, maybe it's Johnny Jalopy pop-up booth. And so I did. I did a pop-up booth. I think I got a picture of it too, of the Johnny Jalopy pop-up booth.
Yeah, so you got to have your own little booth for a little bit anyway.
My John Wilkes booth. Yeah.
And then the event center had indoor racing and
it had everything.
It was a demolition derby one night, you said, and that's when things got a little out of control.
Well, I don't want to specifically talk about that part.
Oh, you're showing the wrong picture. There we go.
There it is.
So that was your booth?
There's my booth.
What do you got? 3 things out?
I got like 4 things out. A couple things I had in my backpack. And then what was funny, let's see if I can find the other picture. What's funny is, so Everett walks up and he's like, hey, you got to put a sign of who you are. And we're also going to bring another car over here. We're going to move so it ended up getting moved around a little bit differently. But I ended up, he was like, yeah, take it. Here's your booth.
So you invited yourself to your own booth.
I did.
They let you.
And they let me have it. And I ran with it for the whole day and sold some art out of my pop-up booth, which was awesome. Did some drawings for some people on the fly. That was another thing that happened there Little Daddy Roth, or Little Daddy, Drag Daddy kind of challenged me to do some on the fly stuff because I was watching him draw and I was like, I'm this big giant paper and I usually don't draw on big paper.
No.
And so I did a couple drawings on that, enough to where when we went to Autorama, I did like seven, maybe 5 or 6 different drawings on big giant pieces that I don't normally do, which were really scary to do, but
you did it.
We made a few bucks doing that. But it was a great time. Who else is on?
Yes, let me go back here and get us caught up here. Quite a few, actually. Gary, pop in. Hey guys, was good to see you too. Glad you made it home safely. Yes, awesome to see you as well. Mike Hicks said, love you guys.
Love you too, brother.
Michael Schnell, hey guys, been a minute. Hope you're doing well.
Doing great.
Good to
Welcome
see you.
To the show.
David Walters, hi from New Jersey on a 71-degree day. Yes, I did hear it was warm up there today. Rodney Smith joining us. Just got done watching episode of Full Custom Garage.
Nice.
Oh, he put garbage, but I think he meant garage. Curtis Carroll.
Or maybe he means that.
Curtis Carroll, what's cracking?
What's a crack-a-lagging?
Jay Newby, what's up, guys? Jay, we missed you. I didn't see you this year.
Yeah.
I didn't see him come downstairs. Or maybe you did and I missed you. So sorry we missed you. Hope you're well. Shaggy says, I'm here. Love you all. Shaggy.
What's up, Shag?
Got your great news today.
Yep.
Saw Val's post. I'm glad you're doing well. We've been praying for you.
Yep. We'll continue to as well.
Indeed. Richard Hahn joining us from Alpena. Nice seeing you in Detroit. Indeed, sir. Awesome. And it was so great to reconnect with everybody when we were at Autorama. Yeah. Dennis Goff, welcome to the broadcast, sir. Uncle Larry Crawford.
What up, Larry?
He said, I saw them, enjoyed being with family.
Yeah,
oh my gosh. We love you. He's the best. He's forever my security guard. That's for sure. Chongo NorCal, I'm in the house. How you?
What's up, Chongo?
Been a while since I tuned in.
Yeah, man, you've been busy.
Uncle Larry said, you are the circle. We'll be the circle. Gordon joining us. Sorry, but late. We're here from Washington.
Glad you're here.
Thanks for tuning in. Ron Messmer, our NNL East
What's
is
up,
like
Ron?
that for model cars in Wayne, New Jersey.
Nice.
We've got Cameron McNulty. Why was it a tongue twister for a second there?
Because you were trying to do an accent when you said it.
I guess I was. Uncle Larry said that is how you do it. Just take over. Robert Shane joining us. Good evening, guys. I got a late start tonight. No worries.
Hey, we're glad you're here.
And we've got Heather.
Heather, what's up?
Hey, guys. So what was your favorite part of that show, do you think?
Oh, man.
I know it's going to be tough because there were a lot of things that
there was so much stuff that happened. You know, the chopping was fun. I got to go do a podcast.
Yeah.
The first night or second night. The Hometown Hot Rodders invited me onto their podcast. We did like a 2-hour podcast.
When does that air?
It's already on.
Oh,
it aired
okay.
the day, the night we recorded it. He uploaded it to
really?
Spotify, and it's already there. So Hometown Hot Rodders.
Did you share that on your?
I
page?
haven't, and because I'm trying to get, I'm trying to get us on Spotify. By the way, I'm going to try to take some of these sketchy lives and just go to audio and start popping ours up into the so we can get some we podcast. This is what we're doing. So
that's what we do.
We might as well be on where all the other podcasts are that are audio podcasts as well. But yeah, so they had me on there. That was a fun time. We just talked about the day and chopping the car, and we were with the owner of the car itself, and we're talking about ideas, and we just got into talking about hot rods, and of course I couldn't keep my mouth shut, and I went on to subject matter that kind of started drawing lines and stuff, and it was awesome. So but what was my favorite part about it? It was, for me, that show seems very, even the top part, it seems so much more I don't know,
attainable.
Just maybe because I don't want to take anything away from Autorama Detroit. Love that place. It was just different. It was a different vibe. Just a different vibe. Maybe there's just more. They had more access to doing more stuff, like the flame throwing and the burnouts and the.
Just a bigger event center, probably with more activities, more interactive activities.
It was, yeah. So it felt size wise like you could take the Autorama basement, which we've always thought, dang, so many cars in there, and it felt like you could put multiples of it in that where Tulsa's is. And even the upstairs stuff, I guess because it's starboard, so there was a lot of the older customs and things were more highlighted, and there was some new stuff and different things like that. But even upstairs there was some it was just a different vibe. Just a different vibe.
Well, then
I really don't know how to explain. I don't know if it was just because, again, the freedom of being able to just kind of roam around and just experience it, where
So you flew from Tampa into Missouri, and then from Missouri to Oklahoma, and then you drove back to Missouri. And then you drove from Missouri to Detroit.
Great road tripping with the Ronnie and Richie, and back to Missouri, which was fun. And then Richie drove me back to Hicks's house, and just getting to know those guys more. I never really got to talk to them much. They're not big gabbers anyways, but it was cool to get to know them a little bit more.
Well, and then you show up at Hicks's house, and Hicks isn't there. So now, thank God, we know Vicky.
Yeah.
Hicks's wife. Otherwise, you would have just been showing up at his house and not know anybody. Hi, I was told I could stay here.
Yeah. That was a little odd. Well, we knocked on the front door because the garage was closed. So we're knocking a few times, and I'm like, Richie, I mean, if you need to, you can go, because he had another hour drive.
And it was
home.
like what, 40 degrees outside?
Yeah, it was a little chilly. But I was like, I guess I could park myself on the but
on the front bench.
Yeah, she let us in, and we got in, and everything was good. It was awesome. But again, thank goodness that was an option. Of a place to go. And Elrod, there was a guy, Elrod, which is the new one of the, I think he's a or he's the main guy that is now taking over Car Culture Deluxe
magazine.
Go to my single shot. Yep. This magazine.
Nice.
And Old School Rods, which was two of my favorite magazines back in the day before magazines went away. And this guy, Elrod, is now taken over, and the layout of this magazine, it goes two ways. So there's deluxe goes this way. You flip it over. Rods goes this way.
Crazy. The
pictures are amazing. The photography in here, unbelievable. The prints. It's such a classy book magazine. I think he said it's gonna be quarterly or bi-quarterly, but it's totally gonna be one of these magazines. I think it's well, as soon as he handed it to me, it's this beautiful picture of Gene with the reactor. How do you beat that shot?
Yeah. So cool.
The legend.
Right.
And it just, all I could say to him do is thank you. These are two magazines that were really important in my starting of art and doing different things, and it was sad to see all these magazines go away,
Right.
and to see it brought back in such a classy way is very inspiring. And I know this is not cheap to do either.
No.
So and the fact that he didn't go digital either, where everybody else is kind of going digital, nothing against that, because there's another magazine, guys that are getting another good magazine that we loved is now going digital. But it sounds like the plans for even this digital magazine is going to be done in a pretty classy way too. So it's just cool to see someone taking a lot of care. So
Yeah.
if you get an opportunity at some of the shows that are going around right now, Elrod's been setting up a booth and talking about this magazine, and it's supposed to be coming out soon because this is the teaser issue.
Oh.
And what I will tell you is this thing is unbelievable. It feels sexy. It just such a cool.
It's not your normal
feel
full
that,
size.
Feel that, and take a look at the pictures.
Yeah.
Beautifully done.
And some stickers in there.
Well, I put those in there.
Oh, okay, I see. So it's half and half.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Very cool. Very well put together. So
it is very nice.
Shout out to Elrod. And
it's got
again,
the new magazine smell too.
The reason why I talked about that is because again, Elrod was on his way to Detroit to set up a booth as well, and he was like, "Yeah, man, if I've got room, I could take you." Now I've never met this guy.
Well, you did.
Maybe once.
We met him in Missouri last year.
Okay, for a long time.
At the show, 2 shows when we went to Show Me Lowbrow. Or no, he was only at the first one.
Did I spend a lot of time with this guy?
No, we met him.
Someone would offer a ride.
No.
To where, hey, I'm going to spend 8 hours in a vehicle.
But he knows Hicks, and Hicks.
Sure. My point is that this guy was so willing to offer me a ride.
Yeah.
And things moved along, and I fortunately didn't need the ride, but it was there
if you did.
If I needed it, and the guy was super kind to do that. So I had hoped at Autorama to go up to I went upstairs a few times, and he was every time I not catch him at his booth, so I never got a chance to thank him personally. So I'd like to throw it out there this way as well. I did it online, but I'll do it again here. Thank you for making that option available for me.
Yeah.
So that was really cool.
We've got Kevin Carvinen, Kev Dog from North Dakota.
What up, Kev
nice
Dog?
Show, he said. We've got Art Smith.
What's up, Art?
Hey, Art.
Good to hear from you.
Larry McCollum checking in from Columbia Gorge in Washington State. Mike Hicks said relaxed, I think, for the vibe of the show. Starbird show. Yeah,
relaxed is a great, yes.
A little bit more relaxed. Diane Kinnery wants to know, or Ray wants to know, what kind of car was being chopped?
34 Ford. And again, this thing was a basket case. The guy that owned it, originally, it was a yard art.
Oh.
And so this guy had known about this car, and he's always wanted to do a 34 Ford. And he had this idea of this gasser that was kind of famous, but not famous, kind of in the spotlight, but never in the spotlight. He wanted to build a car that looks representing that kind of vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
And I've taken some photos and put it online too, and I'll try to share them again somewhere else. But maybe I have them. But it was basically kind of like this tribute car to this, gasser. So these were like parts and pieces that were welded together to make this outer shell of this chop that we did.
Are you trying to find it?
I'm trying to remove this.
Okay. Paul Marziani said, glad you enjoyed it. Robert Shane said, I was going to come up to Oklahoma, but I didn't want to ride 6 hours in 30-degree weather. I know. What a wuss. Hot Rod Sam said, love both of those magazines. Glad to see that ink and paper is the format they are going with.
So there's where it starts.
Yeah, for sure.
And if you really take a look at the giant holes in the sides there.
Yeah.
This thing is all completely welded together just to with braces and different stuff just to hold the shape. And then it was going to get chopped. So it was a lot of, just to get it to that point was kind of a feat in itself. And then for the chop to be done, really well done by, again, Alex. Did I say that right?
I thought you said it was Zach.
Zach. Why do I keep wanting to call him Alex?
I don't know. Uncle Larry said, good energy
Zach.
draws good energy, and you are good energy, and you draw good energy around you. That's a lot of energy.
It's a lot of energy. Zach.
You are good energy as
Hey,
well.
Zach.
sir.
It's Zach. Sorry.
Johnny Jalopy is still a little bit under the weather, actually.
Also,
we both
yeah,
came
fighting a
home
cold.
with, what do you call it?
Kobo cough.
Kobo
The
cough.
Kobo cold.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, anyways, Zach has done a bunch of these 34s and just has a really keen eye.
Is Zach in this picture?
That's Zach there standing there.
Oh, okay.
So he's done a lot of them. So he's got a lot of great experience on how to, where to cut, how to cut, all that kind of stuff. And it was neat to watch someone who knows what they're doing, really going after it meticulously, but also just like, let's get it done.
Did you tell him after you did your cuts that you really have no?
As soon as I told him from jump.
Oh, did you?
I was up front. I wasn't
Okay.
posing. That's the thing. I didn't
Before
want to
you
be.
hand me that
I didn't want to
tool.
be a poser, but I also, that was the thing about this too. I told him, I said, if I go in, dude, I want to go in as much as I can. I also don't want to. I also, like, me. Where would I have been the whole time if I started this?
Right there.
I would have been there till the end.
Yeah.
That's me. But there were other people. There was like 4 other girls that were trying to get their experience and get in there. There was a couple young guys that were trying to learn how to do this stuff. And then Zach's crew. And I didn't want to be like, oh, look at prima donna Johnny Jalopy jumps into this thing and takes over. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I was trying to be very meticulous of like, hey, I'll come and do a little bit and then I'll roll, let them do, come back, do a little bit, roll, come back.
So you weren't going, move.
Yeah, no. But I wanted to make sure that I was involved in it so that when it's all done, I could say, yeah, I was a part of that.
Right.
So happily, gracefully, all of them treated me really cool, and they did give me the, hey, you were a part of it kind of thing. Because
Nice.
I kept saying to them too, I don't want to step on anybody's toes, but I also don't want to, just come in like, hey, I'm doing this purely for the reasoning of my social media to say, look, I'm chopping a car at.
No, you love
Tulsa.
this stuff.
If it was up to me, had I really known how much, I'd be like, yeah, let's do this, or how available it was going to be for me to just go all in, I probably would have just ditched my shit and parked here and just spent the whole weekend doing this.
Well, maybe somebody will invite you to a show to
well
do
that's
that
the cool
next
thing
time.
So this guy is such a kind person and such I really man, I feel like I hit it off with him in his
You just don't remember
crew.
his name.
Yeah. And again, I apologize. Terrible with names.
It's okay. Zach,
to the point that this Zach says, hey man, maybe I shouldn't make this public, but anyways, he's going to be taking a trip to Bonneville and I may be hitching a ride.
Nice.
And going with him.
Well,
with somebody
fun.
I don't even really know. And how awesome of a road trip would that be?
Yeah.
Getting to know somebody, talking cars, a guy who's been, fabricating for a long time, has his own business and doing his own deal and doing it pretty successfully. And just watching him even interact with the people that were new and just the way he talks about it and stuff.
Kind of teaching as well.
Very fearless, very good at talking about what he's doing. He's really good at what he does. And the guy that was with him, and I can't remember his name either, super a younger guy and just on top of his shit and was really good too. So
nice. Well,
wish I was better with names.
Fast forward to Autorama because I want to hit a few things from that show because I was there and I have some input. You want to remove this photo? So I fly into Autorama and Johnny was already in. Well, actually, you were just getting to. You hadn't been there yet. I flew in. I had to get the rental car.
Well, I
went to the hotel.
We would have beat you, but we got stuck in a big car accident in Illinois. Anyways,
somewhere. So I flew
somewhere
in
Detroit.
I got to the hotel where we were all staying. So Johnny and I had a room, and Hicks and Little Daddy had a room. And we've stayed here before, and I think they stay there every time they come too.
The Quality Inn.
I forget what it was.
Taylor, Michigan.
They had continental breakfast. That's all I know.
Continental.
So we stayed at this hotel and I was just getting all settled. We got our room ready and everything. And then within like an hour or two, you guys showed up and we really got things rolling. So we met up with everybody Thursday night for dinner.
Right. Because we went to the move-in. We headed directly to the move-in to move in the stuff and see the place. And, and then you were getting snacks and supplies while we were doing that. Then we met up. Yep.
Yes. So then we all went to dinner. Yep. Of course, Pete's place. Oh my
gosh. Pete's for the win.
If you are ever in Taylor, Michigan and need a place to eat, man, Pete's place on Telegraph Road.
So good.
Cannot say enough good things about this place. And Shaggy is good friends with the family who owns the place. So they know him when he walks in. And it's just so good every time. It's always a highlight. We always got to do at least one dinner, one breakfast there. So good. So we did that. That was Thursday. And then Friday morning, we hit the ground running. We had school day, basically, is what I call it, where Autorama opens and some of the local schools with all the kids in high school classes, like shop class and stuff, will come through and, be looking at everything. And they're always trying to get some stuff off the table.
So how did you feel? Because when you came in and you looked at what cars were there, because the basement always brings fantastic cars. Did you feel like there's some good ones because it was a theme this year?
Well, was there?
Yeah, there was gassers.
Oh, okay, that's what I was going to say. Well, because I think Don Marshall's cars were upstairs the last few years that we've come. I don't remember seeing them downstairs, but they were right across from our booth. So it was cool to see his stuff. He had some really cool cars, and he's got this club, a pretty good sized club, and a bunch of people participate. And then I really didn't get to walk around as much. Like I made it upstairs to grab coffee and food, and that was it. I really didn't walk around and see anything.
Probably a good thing.
And I didn't even see the Riddler cars.
Yeah.
What was up for Riddler?
You didn't miss much.
Oh my gosh. So we're going to get into this right now, I guess, because Johnny has some things to say.
I have lots to say about this whole Riddler thing and what was.
Anyway. Let's just get into it.
Guys.
What's your gripe? What's your gripe?
Can we stop with the big wheels? Can we stop with the wheels that cost more than the car?
What's wrong with that?
Every car's got the same size wheels on them.
What's that? 22s?
22s, 23s, whether it's a street rod, whether it's a hot rod, whether it's fendered, fenderless, low rider.
Okay, so outside of the wheels, you didn't like the cars either? You're a car fanatic, and you didn't like the cars. You couldn't appreciate the time and effort put into these cars.
I don't know, man. I feel very much like we're in a everybody's doing the same thing.
So all the contenders were pretty much the same car?
It felt like
just different makes and models?
Everybody does the engine compartment the same way. Everybody does the chip foose way.
Heather said, couldn't agree more on the wheels. LOL.
And I remember there was a statement made back in when they started really concentrating on doing like the engine compartments, making them very clean and very, the jewelry box was the word that was used. Everybody does it now. It's now become. It's like billet. If it's billet everywhere, it just feels. It's the same cookie cutter thing. I'm not seeing any innovation. I'm not saying that these builders spend probably
time
millions of dollars on these cars. And I'm not saying that the builds themselves are horrible. Nothing about quality of build, top notch quality of build, quality of paint, top notch quality of paint, quality in chroming and, that kind of stuff, and engineering of the big wheels. All the money's getting spent. I'll tell you that. That's my feeling. The money's getting spent. But can we? Where's the innovate? Where's the division where you go, oh, that's a so-and-so build. That's classically, that is so.
Are the people who are building these cars, because again, I wasn't up there this year.
I'm going to show you pictures.
Are they regular people or are they? Okay.
When you say regular people, what do you mean regular people?
I'm saying, is it a Johnny Jalopy or is it a
what? They're going for the Riddler Award. So these are top-notch builders going for
That's what I'm
So
saying.
there could be small shops, there could be big shops.
Okay.
That's the way it's always been. Small builders, big builders. The small builders get their names because they win these Riddler Awards. Okay, that's how they become these big builders. The big builders had won previous awards before.
They started off small. Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
Let me catch up on some of these comments while you're
Because
looking for that.
now we're gonna start pissing people off.
Oh my God. I'm not. I have nothing to add here.
I have everything to add.
Jim Pollan said, really cool magazine. Definitely will check this out. Phil Pearson said, you got to record the trip. You could have. Phil Pearson said it would be cool road trip. Hubcap Dylan joining us. Good evening, Sketchy Duo. Welcome back. Glad you had a great time. Howard Pierpont, where in the world? He is in New Orleans today, 74 degrees and partly cloudy. Is it New Orleans or is it New Orleans?
It's Nolans.
Nolans. Okay. Wired Customs is joining us.
There he is.
Zachary.
Hey, glad you didn't hear me butcher your name 5 times, dude. So sorry.
Or maybe he did hear you, and that's why he's like, hey,
yeah.
I'm here and I'm hearing you.
Just letting you know
he is so tired and he's still a little under the weather.
A little loopy.
Heather said, I was literally going to say Foo started that trend. Not a fan. Haven't been to Autorama since about 2019. It really is the same thing over and over again. Luckily we're downstairs, so we're thrilled with where we're at. Ron said, wheels are to AI. Where's the tires? Phil Pearson said a cool classic car would be nice to see. And Robert Shane said, call it as you see it, Johnny. You have a great eye for cars.
Thanks, brother.
Okay, so what's this red one? This was one of the Riddler.
Thank you. This is one of the grade 8.
Okay.
What is this red one? If that's how you start the statement, what is this red one? That's already a problem.
But it's me we're talking about. I'm a very much a lay person.
Lay person should be able to look at this and go,
well, it's pretty. But it is the shiny wheels, like you said.
It's the same. We're just doing the same thing over and over and over.
I feel like, is this a Nomad?
It is a Nomad.
Because I feel like there was a Nomad last year.
Nomad won last year. There were 2 Corvettes. Ken Diggett won with a Corvette, same year.
Oh, Ken Diggett was back this year?
No.
Oh.
But there were 2 Corvettes this year.
Oh, okay.
That were up for the grade 8. Again, nothing against these builders. I'm not saying they did a terrible job or they're poor building. The build quality was outstanding, amazing.
It's a beautiful car. Was red the theme? Were they all red? 2-door wagon, 56 Chevy, Sam said. I mean, they're pretty. I mean, if somebody gave me one, I wouldn't say no, but you'd probably immediately change the wheels. Okay.
That's
red again.
I know.
That's a lot of red. I don't particularly like those wheels. If I can add an opinion.
I'm trying to, I don't know why suddenly I can't find the winner.
Oh.
Because.
And when did you get up there? Was this when you
I
went up there looking for?
I wandered my way around.
The last couple of years, I think we stayed later after the show and went upstairs after everybody was gone and walked around because. Okay. Same wheels.
Cadillac.
Yeah. That's pretty.
But what's different?
Nothing.
Compared to
so
hold on. In the last 4 pictures I've shown you, point out something so drastically different in all those builds that you go, that stands out. Doesn't it feel like this? Could you tell me who built that? Or does it seem very similar in the way it was built? Like it could be from the same shops.
Yeah. Are these all considered traditional builds?
What do you mean traditional builds?
Like
they're Riddler builds. So
right,
what do you mean by traditional?
So what's custom about them then?
Everything. Look at the size of the wheels. Those are custom built wheels. Those are probably one-off wheels. There's probably hundreds of thousands of dollars in that wheel.
Wired Custom said you should upload these as podcasts so I can listen while welding.
Yeah, we're gonna get this into audio, man.
So does this one? So are the wheels off this one, or is that the wheels?
That's the wheels.
Oh.
Look at
Huh.
the engine bay.
Where is it?
It's in the front of the truck.
It's totally tucked in there. You can't even see it.
Yeah. That's what we do now.
Interesting.
Tubbed rear end.
And that's a 68.
Everything's
Chevy?
shaved. It's all. Everybody brings the bumpers in close. Everything's tight. And, okay. And again, shut up, Johnny. How you go build your own car? That's what they would say. Well, then build your own car.
You did, and your car would
No,
be
no, no.
downstairs.
No, yeah, it would definitely not make it to the grade 8. The point I'm trying to make from an aspect of can you control this and get us off that? Now I'm fired up.
Now he's mad. Yeah.
So all those cars, they're gorgeous cars. The paint quality is amazing. I just said that. Paint quality, the chassis quality, the quality of build in every one of those builds deserves to be at the level that they are at. I'm not saying anything against that. But what I am saying is, over the course of the past few years of seeing the Riddler Awards, and I'm going to tell you, even at the Starbird show, because there was a former last year's Riddler contender, I think, won the big trophy at Starbird show, which was that black Pontiac Chieftain one. Remember, I said that I don't like the wheels. I like everything else about that car, but the wheels. Mm-hmm. Because everybody is doing the same exact. Like, I don't feel like that anybody is like, if you go back and you look at what the Riddler was, what the custom car thing was, World of Wheels, all those things, you had a builder who was putting his signature on a build where you go, damn, that's a Ed Roth, that's a Daryl Starbird, that's a Winfield, that's a Watson. That's a Bill Hines. Do you know what I'm saying? Everybody is chasing the TV show car build. And listen, I get it. And I'm talking shit. And I'm sure people are going to freaking hate me, especially the people who spent all this money to build their cars this way. And they're like, screw you, little podcast guy, whatever. But is there, maybe this will happen. Someone who's a really good automotive podcaster will hear what I'm saying, and then they'll say it as what they say, and then someone will listen, and maybe it'll help it. But am I wrong, guys? Do you feel am I so off base, or do you agree? Do you agree that it feels like we're stuck in a rut?
Well,
in design,
Craig is on. He says, I think the Studebaker has nice wheels.
Okay, they're beautiful.
Wired Custom said you should upload. Oh, I already read that. Craig also said that brown C10 is very unattractive. Jim Pollan said, I agree with very cookie cutter in today's top builds, big wheels, leather interior, oversized inner fenders, engine cover. Zach said, let's bring back K Customs, but with a new swing.
Yeah.
Ron Messmer said, check out my Dragonfire model car video. Imagine a real car like that, mesmerizing custom models. See, and you can do it in smaller scales. It's probably less expensive, but
so there's the point. They have access to all this money, and this is how many thousands of dollars and man hours and time are in just the wheels. And all that wheel comes out to be is a big giant wheel that looks like everybody else's wheel. That is and again, Chip Foose did a great job of doing this in the early stages of changing design for hot rods. He would take the factory wheel, make it larger diameter to fill up the wheel well, because that was a problem. When you lowered the car and the car got lower to the ground, the wheel well, if it was a small wheel, would have this gaping hole, and it didn't look right design-wise. It didn't flow. So he started using larger wheels, right? Him and others too. Mm-hmm. And then would design wheels to look like the factory hubcap or rim or a nod to
just
those.
Bigger.
And now what has happened is everybody does that. Why can't you say, pardon my French, fuck Chip Foose, I'm going to go do it my way? And I just don't feel like people are doing that. I think they're so afraid to just go outside the box Because what'll happen
Is that what's winning the Riddler?
outside the box did not win the Riddler.
That's what I'm saying.
Inside the box won the Riddler. Inside the if again, go look at the last.
Who's judging these things?
I don't know. It's the Barry Maguire Riddler Award.
Some kind of committee?
I don't know. I don't know.
Well,
I know I'm not qualified to be on it, clearly, because and I'd be curious.
you'd be the rebel.
But that would be the question I would pose is what do we
Well, maybe that's what they're looking for at this show and other shows. And that's why there is a basement area for cars.
we're not talking about upstairs, downstairs. I'm just talking about these giant build. And again, this is what's supposed to be attracting new fans to coming into the custom car community, right? Are these big builders and big builds? Because you used to go to World of Wheels and different things because you wanted to see what was the next holy cow car where you went, oh my gosh, man.
Yeah. Uncle Larry said, Johnny, you are absolutely correct. I'm not impressed at all. Heather said, I agree 100%. They lack that one-off flair that grabs your attention. Larry said, where is the originality in the $1 billion car that you just built? Gordon says, I agree with you, Johnny. It takes $1 million budget to compete. Dennis Goff said, you ain't lying. Mike Hicks said, don't like the engine covers. Shaggy LeBlanc says, I agree 100%. I don't even agree with who won the Riddler this year. Larry said, you don't need all that money. Look what you and I build. They are the baddest rides around. We could pull into a parking lot and more people would gather around our vehicle than they would that nice, shiny yuck job. Craig said, I agree 100%. Everyone does the same thing. Chip Foose did, but
I think this is your Riddler winner.
What wheels do you think they all should put on the cars then?
Can we has anybody got the guts enough to try to go back to a 17, 18 stagger with a little bit of a lip?
I don't know what that means, but it sounds good.
These are like 22, 26, 28 inch wheels. They're huge.
Ron said, I also have an Allosaurus custom, so that's much different than any real car out there.
Here's what I'll say. Look at and again, I know it's zoomed out pretty far out. There's no lip to that wheel. Well, the back wheel's probably got a big giant because it's tubbed. I bet you the rear's tubbed because everybody tubs the back. You got to have a big fat tire in the back and a skinny tire up front.
You can't zoom in on that?
No.
Oh, because he's got the placard there.
And again, the engine bay is completely clean and it's all prettied, and we've taken the bumpers and we've moved them in. It's the same. I mean, go watch an overhauling. Watch 12 episodes of overhauling. Chip Foose had a formula that would. It's a good formula. It's a great formula. Is it the only formula? I don't think it's the only formula, but I think there's ways to do similar things like that. I don't know.
We need to start a GoFundMe for your shop, and then you can show them all how to do it.
I'm not saying that I'm an expert. In any way am I saying I'm an expert. I'm just saying I feel of a guy that's in the hobby and loves these cars. If we're going to bring new people into the industry and we're going to get new, we can't stay in things and stay there for too long, because then it becomes cookie cutter and it's the same thing over. What did I say the last podcast? Can we stop building SUVs? Why? That's all we do now. Every high performance manufacturer doesn't make a 2-door sedan anymore. They make a 4-door SUV, high performance. I just saw one, BMW and an Audi, and they looked identical from the rear end. So there's no design. Nobody is saying, hey, we're going to build cars that look cool, and we're going to build cars what the badge is.
Well, I'm pretty sure Tesla did that, but nobody likes it.
Oh, there are people that love the Tesla.
They did when you see one of those Cybertrucks go by, it's a Tesla.
Sure.
There's nobody else doing a Cybertruck.
No, thank God.
So there's a little innovation.
They made a triangle.
Little change.
Was it?
Does it look like anything else that's out there? No.
And again, let's be real about it too, which is just to be different and not care about whether
Isn't
it's
always good.
good
Yeah.
isn't good either.
Yeah. Richard Hahn said, bring back home builds, not shop builds. Alicia Allen just joining us. Hello, everyone. Sorry I'm late. So her and her husband, I think we're just at World of Wheels
Weirds.
this past weekend with their
Yeah.
kids. He's a builder. She does the upholstery stuff. So
Right.
they're super,
They're probably like, F you, John Jalopy, in your opinions.
It'd be interesting, because they've got a garage and they're building. So, what are your thoughts on this, Alicia? Wire Custom said, ooh, big and littles. Craig said, I agree. I think they overbuild these cars. Kevin said, money, money, money. Zach says, I want to hard top cars that had never been hard topped. No B pillars.
Yeah, see, I think there's still some good custom ideas out there. The problem is that this is also what this is, and again, I guess this is what they tried to attain, was the elite status of the builds, right? This elite group, and it's really hard to get in there to be this elite thing, which I guess is good, but at the same time, though, it's why I love the basement, because there were brand new builds down in the basement going on that are gorgeous, hot rods and customs.
Yeah,
that are. But how is it that those hot rods and customs can be doing it in such a way that have been done for a long, long time and still not feel cookie cutter? How is that possible? So it is possible to follow a trend yet not be cookie cutter. Because you know what? The guys and the gals in the basements in the places at Tulsa where it's not the elites, they are building those cars. They are putting their own spins and their own flavors in these vehicles and their own design that is very much traditionally done in some specific ways, yet finding ways to not be cookie cutter.
Yeah.
Are there some that sometimes find, like a tradition of 30s, 40s, and they stick to that? Yeah. But yet every one of those cars is very singularly different, even though they're very much the same.
Well, and I think Craig was asking earlier what kind of wheels you'd put on the cars. Just look at Johnny's art, because you're going to draw it the way you would want it.
Different in the way I do, depending upon the art that I do, and even in my.
Well, if it's custom stuff and you're doing for somebody,
I always end up doing bigs and littles and shit, but the wheels themselves are never. I try not to make them giant, but it's a cartoon. It's not. We're talking about, again. I hate to say it. The thing that I dislike the most about that car is the wheels. Not to mention the color code, the color of the car, but I don't like. If you're going to do wire wheels, do wire wheels.
Yeah, I don't like the engine cover. I see what you're saying in the front there. I didn't know what you were talking about before. But
listen, and I have a problem with that anyways. I think anytime you open the trunk in the hood of a car, you break up the beauty of the lines of the car. So my most biggest pet peeve at car shows is when people show the engine. And I get it. There's engine guys that want to show off the horsepower, all the speed equipment they have, and I get it.
What's the purpose of the engine cover? Like in this one?
What do you mean engine cover? It's called a hood?
That front brown piece?
Oh, the purpose of it is just like it is to make the whole engine look very clean. What normally would be there would be giant holes, and you'd see the radiator and everything, all the functioning parts of the car.
Jim Holland said, build your car to change the world by making it yours. Robert Shane said, to go back a few episodes since you've been gone, I think they missed the boat by not making a two-door PT Cruiser.
Yeah.
Paul Marziani said, I'd like to see the engine and all the hoses and wires. Yeah, same.
There are people that want to see it. Yeah.
Alicia said, we'll be taking a customer's 57 Bel Air to Indy on March 27th. Too much money for the time and efforts that people put into for the award. Once they sell them, they don't get what they are worth. That's true. Hubcap Dylan said, Foose is going to be at the Boise Roadster Show this weekend. Matt Leisinger said, my 56 is exactly like the Riddler winner. No emblems, some point, but not as nice, and four-door, but is very similar. Alicia said that car didn't come to Chicago. The winner of the Chicago Legend Cup was a Volkswagen Ghia. It was gorgeous. Craig said that 56 Chevy looks terrible. No taste. Okay. What is it with the color schemes? That doesn't even, is it tan? Is it tan and blue? Is that what that is?
That's like a steel bluish gray with a tan insert. Note the size of the wheels.
Yeah.
They're giant. Why? Because the wheel wells are big. Okay. How about bigger tire? How about a bigger tire and a little smaller rim? It still takes up the same amount of space.
Right.
Give it a stance. That's all they. How do you know what the stance even looks like? It's sitting up on these pillars. Oh, I got to show you the chassis, or otherwise I'm not going to win. And again, that car looks horrible. Why? Because the hood is open and so is the trunk. Shut them.
What's so special about the trunk?
It's custom. It's got leather in it and the airbags, and they got to show it. You know how much money they spent in the trunk? It's probably 6 billion man hours in the trunk.
Alicia said Kim Dig will be going to Indy. Yeah, that guy gets around for sure. He wasn't at Autorama this year, I don't think.
No.
We saw him, was it last year or the year before?
Last year.
Yeah.
Anyways, there's hope, guys.
Anyways,
there's hope.
And I don't know if we'll be able to show the photos or the video.
We're going to show it right now because there's hope, guys.
Yes.
This is the good news. There's hope. Can we show you something? Get ready to hopefully you can hear it. Let us see if you can hear this here.
An interview today with Logan Douglas. Logan, tell us about what you have here.
So this is the Winfield truck. It's a 1950 Chevy 3100 shot by Gene Winfield in 2019. I got it back in March of 2025. It's owned by our friend Phil Krantz and Ron Janes. Previous was owned by Stevie G. Back in 2019, it was chopped by Gene at That's Minor Customs out in Silver Lake. Got them back in 2019, or got back at them in 2025. It was all rusted out. When I found it, they all promised me, all the old guys promised that I'd better have it in downstairs Autorama, running, driving, starting, stopping. Got there barely somehow by a miracle. And all old timers are very happy, it looks like, seeing all of Gene's work preserved, all clear coated over. All the back window custom made by Heidi.
It's a Chuki hand.
Yep. My father's son project with my dad, and favorite part of the truck's gotta be me and him signed it back whenever we were working on the truck. My favorite part about this truck, it's got a 1962 327.
Let's look at it.
580 cam duration, 2 heads, 11-1 front pistons.
Beautiful.
Nice job.
So cool. So what do you got left to do? What's your plan?
I gotta get in a black satin for next year. Hoping to do a nice black satin. Eventually, I do want to get a nice metal flake fade all the way up to the bare metal, but I gotta learn how to paint first.
Yeah?
So
and you're gonna do it all yourself, you and your dad?
All me and my dad.
Very cool. So what's your plan for Autorama next year? Are you gonna be here next year?
I'm hoping to be in a nice black, a little more done, get all of my glass in, and all the holes filled in the dash, and hoping to have everything finished, Frenched in, and make everyone proud again next year.
And how old are you?
I'm 15.
15. So full-time student. And when do you do this? Weekends, evenings?
Nights. Anytime I get a chance. I was up till 4 in the morning one night painting all the frames and getting everything ready for Autorama this year.
Yeah, and you keep this on your property?
Yep. So
okay, perfect.
At our place in Howell and build it there in our garage.
So while everybody else is out there causing trouble, you're at home.
At home causing trouble.
Causing trouble. I love it. Well, this is fantastic. And you're going to be driving when?
I got 2 weeks, March 14th.
2 more weeks, and then you'll be able to take this thing out.
Yep.
So is it drivable in the condition that it's in now?
Right now, it runs, drives, starts, and stops, just no glass.
Okay, gotcha. Well, you're going to need some glass here because it's pretty cold in Michigan right now. But this is fantastic. Well, congratulations. And we hope to see you again next year.
Thank you. Hope to see you next year.
Take care.
Thank you.
Hey, guys, this is Itty on the spot. I was so excited. That was my first segment. My first Itty on the spot. This was Logan. Oh my gosh. What is his last name? I just had it.
Mm-hmm.
Logan Douglas. 15 years old. That kid went home with 5 trophies from the show.
Super humble kid.
Yeah.
what's really cool, and you may not have heard it in the interview, but there's a bunch of interviews on the web with this kid. Cruising News did a thing with him, but basically it was a truck that had been chopped by Gene Winfield at a show and had been just kind of left out to die. And he had kept his eye on that thing, and eventually I think either convinced his dad to get it for him, because he was like, I want to build a truck, and I was like, we'd be awesome if we could get that one. So it was in really bad shape when they got a hold of it. So he basically his father-son project, but according to his dad, the kid did most of all the work.
Yeah.
Getting it to drive, stop, start, and get it in the condition it was that you saw at the show, which is pretty darn impressive. So the good news is there are kids out there, 15-year-old guy out there in his dad's garage building hot rods. And so that, to me, I was like, oh my goodness, this is amazing. What we've been hoping for, what we've been, pushing for as far as in the community. Here's a kid that's gonna, at least we know we got one
Taking the ball and running with
yeah,
it.
and it was awesome. So high five to that kid, and again, down to earth, not cocky at all, very humble, but
Knew
knew
his
his
stuff.
He was ready for questions about his vehicle, and he knew what he had done. He knew what he needed to do. He has a vision,
He's got a plan.
So we're excited, and
And this is somebody who's not even able to legally drive the car yet.
Yeah.
And he's that excited about it.
What was really cool
time
is
and effort
I walked
into it.
over to him. I said, "Hey, I hope you don't feel the weight of the whole custom community is now on your shoulders, because it is, dude. You're like our glimmer of, and I'm sure there's other kids like him, but it was just awesome to see in person, meet somebody who was just like there. You know what I mean? And he was there by his truck, wanting to talk about it. He wasn't there, where you seen those kids where the dads, maybe got a shop and helps them get a car, and then they're not that serious about it. They're all fooling around. This kid was by his truck, talking to people about it, informing people what he planned to do, answering questions, very respectful. I love that he called us old timers, which was cool, but it's great.
And it took, I got to talk with his mom a little bit, and just the commitment level on the parents' part to see him through on this, because it's not something he can do on his own yet, obviously, due to his age. But it takes support. And I mean, for this kid, it's his parents, but for you guys out there, it's your wives. For you girls out there, it's your husbands. Support is a big deal. And I think this kid really felt the support after this weekend, and seeing so many people rally around him and encourage him to continue the project. So
as much as I'm over here complaining about there's, no out of the box thinking, maybe this is our, but again, he listened to what his thought process is very much what the basement represents at Autorama, what that awesome section in Tulsa represents, which was just hometown builders building cars in their visions in their minds, not following all the trends of the big dollar stuff, just doing it the way it's been done for a long time, that works, that is tried and true, but yet gives individuality to each one of those builds that gets done.
A little flair.
Yeah. So high five to that kid and the culture, man. We got hope.
Yeah.
I'm losing my voice.
Yeah, you are. You got so heated earlier.
Oh.
Otherwise, the rest of the show was just fantastic. There were just people coming up and shaking hands. What we didn't have very much this year were the kids drawing with you.
Yeah, that was. I
was so sad about.
It was
that.
a little different. A bummer part about that was that for sure. It was different. It was just different vibes all around. But it was still awesome to hang with LDR and
the group,
Little Daddy and Hicks and Shaggy, and just to get to hang out and Larry and
we got to see Bob. He
Bob
did make it to the show and had his cars upstairs. And oh my gosh, beautiful that. And I think Glass Slipper, well, he went away with 6 awards. I think
he walked away with some trophies.
Yeah,
Bob's got some great cars and
beautiful cars upstairs. And it was just so great to be welcomed back to the Michigan family again, guys. Whoever's on that was there, we love you guys. We thank you so much, and we consider Michigan like our little second home. So
yeah. And then we come home and immediately, we're hanging out with the dad, and then Just a quick shout out to Old School Rods, Hot Rods. They had a really cool car show this Saturday, raising some money for some local charity, which was awesome. Craig is one of the was at his house.
Yeah.
Beautiful property, and it was awesome. They accommodated me and let me set up a booth and got to meet some more new people, which was great. And again, got to see real car people doing real car stuff, which was great. Yeah.
Yeah.
So thanks, Craig.
And a
Appreciate you, man.
successful local show. So we do have a canopy now. We have a table. We have a custom tablecloth that Johnny made, actually, which I don't know why we didn't think of this years ago, but we basically just put our designs on a tablecloth.
So the bummer part is we really I wanted to, like, I have a whole filming of some of the road trip parts. I'm going to try to get out in some stops we made. Like, I have a whole video of Hicks and Little Daddy Roth putting on windshield wipers on the flake machine.
Oh geez.
Which is funny. So I don't know if I can really put that on. We'll see.
Yeah, you've got some editing to do.
There's some
this
stuff
week
I want to get out and show of, but it was hard to do content. It's hard to do content at some of these shows because of all the music and stuff.
I was so excited I got that video in before all the music started.
Yeah, before
it was like
early.
8 a.m. Yeah.
But it today made me something I was going to post to you, and this may be coming to a show near you. We talked about this before, is actually starting to do Sketchy Live at a car show. Well, setting up a booth and doing Sketchy Live. Not specifically live, but doing a podcast.
Yeah, we talked about, I love Barry McGuire.
Yeah.
I would love to video us going car to car like he did.
Right. But my point is that we would have this centralized location to where we're at a show. And because when we were at Autorama, there was a podcast, I forget, Rust something Productions. And they had just a small little podcast. And they had people coming to their booth and they were doing live broadcasts and live pods. And we could totally do that at different shows.
How are they getting around the music?
They weren't doing it live. They were there live recording it.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'd still have to figure out a way.
Facebook is the one that shuts you off as soon as you're live and music is playing. It cuts the audio.
So YouTube's fine with it.
They may be.
I don't think they will be, but we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
I would like to do some on-site recording as well. We'll figure it out. But we have the setup, we have the merch. Merch will travel. So we have some car shows coming up. This is our car show season for the next couple months anyway, until the rain starts. So
yeah, we're running out of time here in Florida.
Until it gets too hot. But we are set up and ready to go. Sam said that kid gives us hope for the next generation of hot rodding.
Yeah, man,
we feel
sure.
the same way. Matt said that truck needs a Winfield fade. I think that's his intent.
Yeah.
Hubcap Dylan said, I think instead of kids playing games and scrolling on their phones, they need to be given an old copy of Rod and Custom and learn stuff that's really cool.
For sure. For real.
It starts with us, guys. We got to be the ones.
It really does. When you're out at local shows, this is why it's important to go to your local car shows and cruisings and stuff and make your car available. Be available to talk to kids. As soon as young kids walk up to your car, get your ass out of the lawn chair and start going over and just shooting the shit. I mean, you know what I mean? Now I get it. There's going to be ones that could care less what you have to say, but there are going to be a few that might.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But if we just give up and we go, they're all rude, we're never going to get them. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I think it's important to make it available.
Alicia said, Yahoo, I love car shows. We are fans as well.
Yeah, we love them too. Especially these big ones. Holy cow.
Yeah, and can I just say, and I don't know if you had any people at Starbird say this, but many people came up to me at Autorama and said how much they liked the fact that you share your faith.
Yeah.
And about our Christian Bible podcast that we do. They watched that
very,
too.
Very awesome. In fact,
Logan and his family actually said the same thing. They watch the Bible podcast as well. So
Von Hot Rod, I met him. It's been a long time since I got to talk to that gentleman, very famous pinstriper Von Hot Rod, was at Tulsa. And so I made my way up and just was like, I'm going to make sure I take a second to say hello to him. It's been a long time that I talked to him. I think he remembered me. So we sat. I talked to him for about 20 minutes, but then people started coming up to his booth, so I didn't want to take away his time. But I get back to the hotel. No, I get to Missouri, and I'm on my phone, and a message pops in, and it's Von Hot Rod. He's like, "Hey, man, did you make it home yet?" I'm like, "Not yet. Still, we're heading to Autorama." And he had just got home, and he's heading to Tennessee or something. And we started talking about that same thing, my faith. He says, I just saw a post about you studying the Bible in the morning. That's really awesome, man. And then, because it's a big part of his life too, which I've always known.
That's cool.
And then there may be some collaboration going on between John Jalopy and Von Hot Rod very soon. So keep your eye out for that.
Fun.
Because that also happened.
We'll leave with this.
So cool.
We'll leave with this. Matt wants to know what's better, Starbird or Autorama. And I know you said they're different, but if you had to pick one to go to, if we could only go to one next year,
it would have to be Autorama because that's where the family's at.
Yeah, we go there to sell stuff. We're bringing merch with us, but we really don't go there to sell stuff. We've become part of this group that
I just love it.
I know. It's the best.
Come on. Ron Finch showed up to the, I mean, I know he's there. Shag knows him. And
can I share my Ron Finch story real
share
quick?
your Ron Finch. That's what, see, we're over the time.
So I know.
There's stuff to talk about.
So he came.
It was so awesome.
He had his little scooter. He rolls up. Hey guys, he's waving. Itty B, hi, he's waving to me. So I'm like, oh my gosh, Ron Finch. So I'm like, yay. I'm like, well, I'm going to come over and see your site. I said, did you bring stuff with you? Because we bought a piece from him a couple of years ago. And he's like, yeah. He's like, I have some stuff. I said, well, I'm going to come over and check out your stuff. So he had this display. He had a few motorcycles there that he designed. And then he had a table of gorgeous pieces, which I was already forewarned I was not allowed to buy because we spent so much money on a piece from him a couple of years. Well worth it. The guy's amazing. But he was just like, he got up out of his seat. And I mean, he's generally in a scooter. He can walk, but he's in a scooter, but he gets up and he's kind of hobbling over and he's just showing me everything, pointing out all the stuff and sharing stories with me about the builds and stuff.
Still don't think you understand what is happening.
But he's like, Itty B's here. And so he gets up and he like greets me and he's like showing me around. And like people were sitting with him and coming up to talk to him. And he's like, hold on, I'm sharing something, you know? Like, he just prioritized me. It was so sweet.
This guy's a legend.
So cute. Yeah.
He's a legend. That dude's a legend.
I feel like he loves me.
Well, listen,
he's such a wonderful
be that
man.
As it may, I remember watching all the chopper builds on Discovery Channel, and it was Ron Finch on there, and I just remember thinking, that dude's crazy. Just the ideas and the way he paints, and he's just out there, you know. And I just thought, man, that guy's crazy. And, you know, and they were talking about what a legend he was to do that show. The legendary Ron Finch coming to do the chopper build off, you know what I mean? And then cut to this last weekend, he basically stops the world and makes time for my wife.
I know.
It's insane to me. And then popped over, bumps into the booth. He's like, hey, Johnny. Like, what's up, Ron?
He's the best.
I cannot. I have a picture. I won't show it because Little Daddy Roth hanging my T-shirt up. I'll treasure that picture.
Yeah.
That Little Daddy Roth, always he's meticulous about how he sets up his booth and stuff.
There's a metal stanchion in our booth. And he bought magnets this year, Little Daddy, and he wanted to hang up some of his T-shirts so everybody could see him. So he was using these little magnets on each of the sleeves and I'm like, we need to do a sign. Oh, I didn't even talk about my lettering.
I know. Let's talk about it.
We're going late tonight, guys. It's already 10:50. Oh, cripes. So anyway, I was like, well, let me do just an 11 by 17 paper of.
Yeah, you have it behind you.
I have it. So I did Johnny Jalopy, and then you see my little Itty B down in this corner over here. But so we hung this up on the stanchion with his magnets, and then I said,
you can imagine this little teeny square on this giant stanchion, Little Daddy Roth poster below it.
Yeah,
and we put our little teeny square.
He's got like a 9-foot banner.
Yeah.
And then we have our
Raw
little
flake.
So then I was like, well, oh, maybe we could put one of our t-shirts up just so people could see the design and everything. And I'm like, well, I can't get up there. I can't stand on that chair. I'm not tall enough, you know. So little daddy's like, I'll go ahead and do it. I was like, really? So I'm like holding the ladder for him. He's standing up there and he's got his hand and he's hanging up our stuff above his stuff so people can see. Like, talk about the most supportive guy. He loves Johnny Jalopy art. He's so excited about it. And he's so thankful for us being in the booth with him and working with him and helping out. And he's been so gracious and so kind. And I can't say enough good things about him as a person. He's just wonderful. And definitely facilitated this for us. Are you trying? There it is. There's me with my face in his butt. Oh my goodness.
Come on, dude.
That's great.
All I could think to myself at that moment is, I'm like, here's a legend.
Yeah.
Just helping me out.
Yep.
Trying to give me a leg up.
Yep.
The whole time he's there, he's just constantly around my side, our side of the booth, and watching me draw,
telling stories, making us laugh.
and just, talking, saying my name a million times.
And every time somebody would come up and look at like his shirts, he'd be like, oh, did you see Johnny Jalopy over here?
Yeah.
Sending people to our side. But we did the same thing.
Well, of course, but Shag too. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Just this. And again, Shaggy facilitated this whole thing, and I will forever be grateful for him for this. But it's just these relationships that have become these things that happened, and again, you talk about, because we become this group. Because now, I don't know if you're all aware, but Eddie B is now a sign painter.
I have started doing some lettering, and I did a pinstripe piece for somebody. Oh, we've got Bob Friz on. Yay, Bob. We love you. Thanks for joining tonight.
What's up, Bob?
Gordon says, love this show. The thoughts of needed changes and inspire our youth. You are number one. Aw.
Thank you.
Are you trying to find my thing?
Stop.
Oh, he's trying to find my thing.
Talk.
Yes. So I had an opportunity to letter some of the trophies that Shaggy did. Shaggy designs all the trophies that they give out in the basement area.
They got in a pinch.
Yeah. And they needed somebody to letter, and Shaggy was going to do it. And I don't think at the time he had his paints out or something. And he was like, hey, would you mind just drawing it? I'm like, yeah, I'll just write. I just had to write a name on it is all I needed to do. All right. Well, this is my one for Uncle Larry. So anyway, I lettered a few of the trophies, and then Uncle Larry on Saturday brought this. What would you call that?
A sprocket.
It is a sprocket. He brought this in, and he's like, hey, I'd like you to do a design on here. I'm like, really? So I did a design, and you know what, guys? It came out pretty good, and I'm excited about it. I'm not gonna call. Do you have the final one?
No, I don't have the final one.
I sent it to you.
I don't have it.
Oh my God. I'm not gonna call myself a pinstriper, but I'm thinking maybe it might be something that I want to look into, because I do have a pretty steady hand. I think from painting my nails for years, I have a good eye for symmetry and for colors. And it might be something that I look into. So I am now part of the group with an actual skill. I feel very, very much needed now in the group. So if somebody needs lettering done, let me know. I told Shaggy if they want to fly me in next year, a couple days early, I can do all the trophies for a minimal fee. They were making fun of me the whole time, and they're like, "Oh, maybe
I don't know if you guys are well, because what really happened was a trophy comes down, and it's the Barry Maguire trophy that Shag built, celebrity pick.
Yes,
and Eddie B is the one that letters the trophy.
Barry Maguire's trophy.
Well, not the whole trophy, but the winner's name on it.
Well, no, I wrote Barry Maguire's name.
Oh, and Barry Maguire's name too.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she was.
Which I'm like, why didn't they just have him sign it?
And boy, oh boy, she thought she was hot shit after that.
because I love
She
Barry
suddenly was
Maguire.
like, I don't know if you noticed in that photo there. Look at how much space of the booth now suddenly was less about
Oh,
drawing.
please.
Get
I
to
didn't
the-
take
show
up
to the
space.
picture.
I did not take up space.
Let's go to the picture. Let's
Oh my
look at
God.
the evidence. Is there any room for Johnny to draw at all? No,
I
it looks like
had-
there's space for some lettering.
I have a small section. I can't believe you don't have my finished piece.
Pull up your own stuff, man.
I don't know how to share my screen.
Why do I have to be your attendant?
Well, I thought I had
If you didn't
already
send
shared it with
600
you.
pictures to
I
me,
did send a bunch. Here it is right here. So let me send this
send
to
it
your
one.
Facebook.
Yeah, Jesus.
Oh,
You know how hard it is to upload 900
that's not your
photos?
Facebook. So I need to send it to Facebook Messenger. Nope. Why can't I?
To you.
How do I send it to myself?
You had it.
I'm sending it to you, and
Okay.
then you can share it.
All right.
So the finished piece that I did for Uncle Larry, he sent me photos of it and actually put it on his. Is it a mini bike or what is it?
It's going to be a go-kart.
A go-kart. So it was an actual sprocket for his go-kart. I just sent it to you.
I'm getting it.
I'm happy with the way it came out.
Yeah.
I thought it was good.
Yeah.
It was pretty symmetrical
It's
for my
pretty.
first pinstripe.
Yeah.
Look at that,
Huh?
guys.
Come on.
What? It's pretty good. So yeah. So that was my first
No
design.
brush required.
What?
No brush required.
No, I used paint pens actually. And they worked really well.
Yeah.
But I was pretty excited about it. I really wanted to bring this by Finch's and just be like, hey, if you need me, fly me up.
You saw what he does, right?
I know. He might need some help. Anyways, so Johnny said he was going to set me up with some brushes. And we'll see where that goes.
I've got pinstriping brushes and I also have some sign painting brushes. And I think you should, all bullshit
We'll
aside,
try it.
all bullshit aside, I think you should really try it because you are right. You do have a pretty steady hand. And you are able to do letters and different things very, very controlled and very clean, that's half the battle. So I think if you learn sign painting technique, it's how to pull the brush and what you did calligraphy, so you understand how that all works. I think you could do it.
Well, because this design that I did here,
Jesus.
yeah, freehand with marker. I didn't do I'm talking about spacing.
Right.
I was able to space it correctly.
Yeah. I mean, it barely looks like
It's not bad.
a 8th grade cheerleader wrote it.
I wish I was an 8th grade cheerleader. Anyway,
I mean, it hardly looks like it was done for a rally.
Anyways, guys,
for the 4th grade.
There may be another phase of Johnny Jalopy product here.
No, it's Itty B's stuff, not Johnny Jalopy's stuff.
Well,
under the if you'd like to be under the umbrella of this
I'll be under your umbrella.
Corporation, you can step inside and we'll talk about it.
Yeah,
we'll negotiate.
So super fun for me, and I really felt like part.
I'm proud of you. You did a good. You did. It was cool that you were they were in a pinch and they needed some help, and you were willing to help, and they came out clean. You could read them, and again,
it's always good.
I honestly believe. I think this might be something, but you can't do like your ukulele. You got to take it serious and really try it.
Well, I won't get blisters from this.
Well, you can't.
Or calluses.
You have to just say, that it may be hard, but if you practice, you could probably learn how to do it.
So there may be an Itty B LLC coming soon.
Very possible. I'd love it.
We'll see.
How awesome would it be for you to start pinstriping panels and I can do something else on them?
Yeah,
that'd be great. Collaborations with you, that'd be phenomenal. Let's do this.
Let's collab it to death, man.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. You could sit there and you could, I was going to talk some shit, but never mind.
All right,
that'd
guys.
be mean.
On that note, we're gonna let you go. Did you hear that Bob Frizz was on?
Yes. Hey, Bob. So glad to see you, man. Hope you're feeling better, and I'm glad to see you on. We love you.
You know what blessed me? He came into the booth, and
he's always.
I said, "How are you doing?" And he gave me a big hug, and he said, "I'm much better now."
Oh, good.
I was like,
love that guy.
I do too. Oh my God, you guys, such a great. Great time this past weekend. I can't attest to the Starboard Show. I wasn't there, but I know Johnny had a great time.
Great time was had.
if like
Many beers were
drank,
beveraged.
yeah,
Not a lot, but
many
many.
snacks were consumed.
A whole lot of Whataburger, that's for sure.
Oh, at Starburg.
Oh
Yes.
my gosh. Yeah.
Yeah. Just a great time, guys. This entire what I've learned, love the cars, love the designs, love what's going on. But for me, this is all about the people. It's about the community.
It really is.
It's about making new connections. It's about memories made. I mean, these have been the best times of our lives to go and spend with these people.
Yeah.
And make these memories. So, do what you can to get to some of these shows. I'll tell you that, because we're sure as hell going to try to get to more of them and be part of it. At least get Johnny there. That's the important part. Until I get up and running, but
yeah.
You would crap your pants if somebody's like,
why would I crap my
we
pants?
need Eddie B here.
Why would I?
Johnny, you're going to stay home and watch the dog.
You think? No.
Oh my gosh. All right, guys, we're going to let you go. I'm sure we'll be talking about this for weeks to come. I'm sure we'll think of stories that we didn't share.
There's so many stories I didn't share.
There's more. We could go on, but I'm tired. He's tired. We need to get this guy to bed and get him rested up so he can get over this throat, nose, face thing.
Kobo cough.
Yeah. But
it's a real thing.
Anyway, thank you all for tuning in and
taking
in a recap with us.
Thanks for hanging out in Sketchy Live. And again, I hope I didn't hurt anybody's feelings with the truth that I spoke there about the state of our hot rod situations as far as the mega customs. But you know what? We're not those people anyways, so we're all good. Right?
Right.
Down home people build down home cool stuff and continue to stay down home building that cool stuff. We can't wait to see the next projects that you share, new stories that you do, and we can't wait to have you on Sketchy Live very, very soon.
Yes.
Be on the lookout. Hope to have Zach come on the pod and talk about Wired Customs and some of these other people that I met as well.
Great.
And we
Could
were
be
hoping
you.
we
Could
thought
be you.
we thought we were going to get little daddy in Hickson, but turn of events.
Yeah.
But anyways,
that's okay.
Love you guys, and we got to get Shag on.
I know. Now that he's up and running, he's got audio and video now, so we should be able to get him on
for sure.
Yeah. All right, guys. Until next week, we'll be back next Monday. So hang in there. Stay sketchy.
Stay sketchy.
And we'll see you soon.
All right.
Bye.